Welcome back to my channel, gamers and gamettes. It's your boy Evil Genius. We've added a new pitcher to our rotation, and that new pitcher, Satchel Paige. I figured I need to go ahead and get his multiplayer missions done, the PXP, so I can get closer to Ozzy Albies and closer to finishing the program as a whole. When this Satchel card first debuted in 22, I want to say, I love the card. Wasn't nobody stopping me. They could not hit this card. So hopefully it's going to be a little bit more of the same this go round. We're currently 9-1 and in the Silver 2 division. Hopefully we can keep progressing and get up to the Gold division. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell so you can stay up to date whenever I post. And I'll see you real soon. Yikes. P5 Chris Sale. P5 David Ortiz. P5 Manny Ramirez. Oh man, this might be a long one. He's 36 and 38 though, so he plays a lot and doesn't like win a lot. I mean, he's roughly 500, but still. He has a 309 average, 914 OPS, 14.4 AB, so he hits a home run. His ERA is terrible, 4.74. His WHIP is a 1.07 and 8.4 Ks per 9. Debut boy Satchel Paige, 77 K per 9, 73 B per 9. And a bunch of other stats. And hopefully, he pitches really well, because those P5s kind of got me nervous, especially playing at my ballpark, where if you actually make contact, some solid contact, you have a really good chance of making it go. Start the game off, first pitch, sinker outside to Bryce Harper, swings and misses. He's geared up for the fastball, clearly. So much so that he had to pause the game to adjust his camera angle or something. I don't know. That one wasn't really a competitive pitch, so it's fine. And we get Bryce to fly out the left field on the fastball on the outside part of the plate, because he was clearly late on it. Now we get this P5 Manny Ramirez, who's batting .305. How do we finish this AB off? Screwball on inside. See if he'll chase. And he does, as expected. Manny Ramirez gets sat down with little to no trouble. There's a screwball all the way down the dirt. See if he'll chase it again. And he does. Back-to-back Ks. And he looks filthy. His Chris Sale is a 4.74 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, 8 Ks a game, and 0.6 walks per game. But that Superfractor P5 is honestly kind of scaring me, not going to lie. I've struggled with Chris Sale in the past. I used to, him, Cliff Lee, like those type of left-handers, man, they used to give me fits. So we'll see how we do today.
Ball inside.
Perfect. In the left field corner. Is it going to be 2? Nah, we're going to hold up because we don't need to get holes on the very first AB, because he was not making that. Especially with his 64 speed, since he don't like to run balls out to first base. Back with a fastball. Okay. Here's the pitch. And we ground into a 4.63 double play. Actually, Tim Raines beats it out, because that's what happens when you have 99 speed. Next up is Mike Trout. All right, it's full count on Trout. Runner at second base. And Trout shoots it up the middle. That should score a run. And Tim Raines scores easily from second base. That's what speed to do. Harper gets a hold of a slider. It is now a 3-1 ball game. Trying to work around him. That's kind of what it seems like. Yep. Only one pitch thrown close to the zone. But we don't miss that one. That one got out of here in a hurry. The Gamers are now up 5-0. Doesn't look like I'm having problems with Chris Sale today. And he gets under a fastball, flies out the right field for the second out of the inning. But Chris Sale is already at 31 pitches, and it is the first inning. Seems like his MO is 2 wide pitches, slider inside, sinker outside. And because I realized that, I was able to flip a sinker into the right field gap, and we're trying arms. Lindor is in there safely with a double. We are now up to the 9-hole spot for live series Ozzy Albies.
Ball, that's high.
Fastball high. I was way too ahead of. And Ozzy flips a fastball in the right center field, but the defender is there in time. But the Gamers put up 5 runs off 5 hits in the bottom of the first. The sinker inside the Soler gets flared out the right field for a base hit. He's trying to stretch it into 2. He thinks better of it. Gets back to first base. Unfortunate. Luckily, he fouls it off. And we throw a fastball bottom outside of the zone that gets tattooed to deep left field. Pete Crow Armstrong with his 4th home run on the season. The Gamers are now up 5-2. Whit Merrifield's up to bat. I've heard great things about this Whit Merrifield card. Unfortunately, I don't have Bobby Witt Jr., so I can't get the card. And Witt grounds to Francisco Lindor at shortstop for out number 1. And now we're going to throw a curveball to see if we can get him fishing on a 3-2 count. And he shoots it to shortstop. Lindor makes the play. 2 outs on the inning. Adrian Beltre is now up. 0-2 count on Adrian Beltre in the bottom of the second. He triples up on the slider. He fouls it down to third base. Ketel Marte makes the play. And Ronald gets on top of a sinker. And he is out. Tim Raines is up 0 for 1 on the day. And he shoots one in the right field, but Jorge Soler is there to make the play. 2 down in the bottom of the second. He catches a hanging slider that he turns on for a home run. Mike Trout, 2nd home run of the year. Our opponent's paused again. Is he going to get Chris Sale out of here? He doesn't. He's just pausing. Bryce Harper's up. Takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Strike 1. And he insides out a fastball. Is that going to get down? No, it does not. Adrian Beltre is fast enough to make that play in deep left field. The Gamers are now up 3-2 in the top of the third. Bobby Witt Jr. is up to bat. Bobby grounds a slider to shortstop for the first out of the inning. Satchel Paige is at 31 pitches. in the top of the third. Starts Bryce Harper out with a screwball that he tattoos. .415 feet on that bomb. You got to get the screwball below the zone if you're going to throw it. Goes right back to the screwball inside the Manny Ramirez, who swings over the top of it.
Nope.
And Manny Ramirez flips an outside corner slider for a home run. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game on our hands. Score is now 6-4. And Satchel Paige is not doing so hot.
That's a ball.
And we're just going to put David Ortiz on because we're not serving anything up for you to crush. Full count to Jorge Soler. He slams a screwball straight into the dirt. We have got to put him away. And we don't. We walk him. Satchel Paige is not very accurate right now. But we get Pete Crow Armstrong to ground over the top of the curveball to hit into a 4-6-3 double play to get us out the inning. But my opponent has done some damage. It is 6-4 off 4 hits. Ted Simmons is up now. Ted Simmons grounds a slider to third base for the first out of the inning. Ketel Marte's up now. Ketel Marte sends a fastball to deep right field, but Jorge Soler is there to make the play. 2 down in the bottom of the third. Perfect shot from Anthony Santander in the right center gap. Jorge Soler misplays it out in right field, but no advance. And he just gets under a fastball for a deep out to center field to end the inning. Whit Merrifield flies out to right field on the inside sinker for the first out of the top of the fourth. 3-0 count on Ted Simmons.
3-0.
And we're just going to put him on. Satchel Paige is really struggling with control. And we get Beltre to chase a curveball. And he hits a screwball to the third baseman for an out. 2 down in the top of the fourth, but parallel 5 Bobby Witt Jr. is up. Swings over the top of a curveball, strike one. Bryce Harper's up dead. And Bobby Witt Jr. grounds the ball to shortstop, who takes it the short way to second for the out. And then he shoots a fastball in the right center field for a single. The Gamers already have something cooking. Ronald takes a fastball deep right field, hits the bottom of the fence. That's going to be a double. Runners on second and third in the bottom of the fourth. Tim Raines is up. And my opponent walks him to load the bases for Mike Trout. And he brings in Emmanuel Clase, 67 K per 9, 89 B per 9, 99 velo. And Trout swings at the very first pitch, which is a cutter outside the zone. But a run scores and Trout beats throw to first.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Pounds a fastball into the dirt to second base. somehow score a run off that. Hey, man, sometimes you got to play small ball. Now we're up 8-4. Ted Simmons, perfect to right center field. That's going to get to the wall. We're trading places, ladies and gentlemen. The runner scores from second, and Ted Simmons replaces him. Marte flies one to right field. It'll get down. Is the runner going to score from second? Looks like he is. The Gamers are now up 10-4. Hey, you don't always have to hit home runs to score runs, man. Small ball works. I think the pitcher's getting frustrated. Oh, Santander's early on a fastball. Deep to the wall, but just shy. Jorge Soler makes a jumping catch to rob him of a home run. The overrated chance rained in from the crowd. He grounds a slider to the first baseman, which is himself, who scoops it and covers the bag on his own. One down. Manny Ramirez is up. Strike one on the inside sinker. Manny flies a slider to deep right field. Acuna is back at the track. He makes the catch. Ortiz shoots it to second base where Ozzie Albies waits, vacuums it up, and throws to Bryce Harper for the third out of the inning. And I guess my opponent just doesn't want to play anymore because he quit. Well, we win that game 10-4. I'll take the 34 rating points. That's fine with me. I don't have to play an entire game. That's cool. Let's go ahead and check out the box score, even though Buddy quit out. Ronald was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Tim Raines was 0 for 2 with a walk with a run scored. Mike Trout was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and 3 RBIs. Bryce Harper 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 1 run scored. Ted Simmons 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a walk and an RBI. Ketel Marte 2 for 3, 1 run scored, 3 RBIs. Anthony Santander 1 for 3. Francisco Lindor 1 for 2. And Ozzie Albies 1 for 2 with 1 run scored. Everybody got a hit except for Tim Raines, but he scored, so I guess I'll let it slide. Ronald had a double. Ted Simmons had a double. Frankie had a double. Trout had a home run. Bryce Harper had a home run. Ketel Marte had a home run. Trout had 3 RBIs. Bryce had 3 RBIs, and Ted Simmons had an RBI. And Ketel Marte had 3 RBIs. So me being worried about Chris Sale honestly didn't matter. My opponent's team wasn't so lucky. Bryce was 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI, which was a home run. His Manny Ramirez was 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI and a strikeout, which was also the home run. David Ortiz was 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Jorge Soler was 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. Pete Crow Armstrong 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Whit Merrifield was 0 for 2. Ted Simmons was 0 for 1 with a walk. Adrian Beltre was 0 for 2. Bobby Witt Jr. was 0 for 2. My opponent was 4 for 18. His Bryce hit a home run. His Manny hit a home run. His Pete Crow Armstrong hit a home run. Bryce had an RBI. Manny RBI. Pete Crow had 2. But Pete Crow Armstrong also grounded into an inning double play, which I love. Satchel Paige pitched 5 full. Gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts for a 7 ERA. His Chris Sale pitched 3 innings, gave up 9 hits for 8 runs, all earned, 2 walks for a 24 ERA. And his Emmanuel Clase pitched 1 full inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, for an 18 ERA. Clearly, my opponent was very upset. And because of that, I decided to treat you guys, and I'm going to give you a second game. Even though I probably shouldn't, because the last time I did that, I lost. And we don't want any more losses, but I'm feeling good right now. I was hitting the ball well. I was seeing it well, especially if I hit Chris Sale well. Now, granted, he probably just couldn't pitch with Sale, but I'm feeling confident. So, on to game 2. So, before the second game starts, as you can see, we have a new player at second base. The 89 overall Ozzy Albies. I went and played some events games to make sure I could just go ahead and knock this out and get his stuff done because I was really, really close. He doesn't have any quirks, but that's okay. I don't necessarily think that matters too much. Honestly, they might be a bit overhyped, but we have the diamond replacing the gold. So let's see how he does in his debut. And we're facing Tom Glavine and a lot of P5s. I probably shouldn't have played a second game. Ew. Polo grounds. That's gross. He's 65 and 67 though. I am his championship series game. He's batting 300, 892 OPS, hits a home run every 14 at bats, 387 ERA. Ew. His whip is a 1.09 and he throws about 6 Ks a game. His Tom Glavine has terrible stats. 7.16 ERA, 1.29 whip, 4.4 Ks a game, and no walks. I haven't faced Tom yet. Tom's my favorite pitcher of all time. I haven't faced him yet, so we'll see how this one works out. And that's what you get for playing at Polo Grounds. Ew. That was an ugly home run. Am I going to take it? Obviously. But that was gross. That's why you shouldn't play here. 1-1 count. And he shoots the ball to shortstop. The game stutters. Okay. That might not be a good sign. But Ozzy's out. First out of the inning. Mike Trout is batting third.
That's a ball.
Trout shoots it to the shortstop. He dives over the ball. I don't think he needed to dive for that. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And Bryce flies an inside sinker to left field. Because I'm super late on everything right now. Ted Simmons is up. We already got Tommy at 12 pitches. I like that. What I don't like is my opponent holding the ball so daggone long. Ted swings at the first pitch and he's under a fastball. Flies out to center field. But the Gamers are already on the board. Johan Santana's pitching. 84 K per 9, 90 B per 9, 83 hits per 9, and 78 velo. We'll see how this plays, especially against a parallel 5 Mookie Betts.
That's a ball.
2-2 count on Mookie Betts. Go slider inside. He went.
What you got?
You're lying, Mr. Umpire. You're lying. I saw him go. His hips turned all the way and everything. No, he went. I don't care. That's... It's not how you want to start a game if you're Johan Santana. Go from Mookie to Ronald. It's probably also not how you want to start a game. 2-2 on Ronald. Back-to-back circle changes. They're definitely disgustingly terrible, but that one clips the zone for strike 3. Next up is Cody Bellinger. And we're going to try that circle change for the 3rd time in a row. And it gets crushed in the right field. It's almost like he was waiting on it. It's almost like that's what happens when you throw the same pitch multiple times in a row. Honestly, I'm just trying to get a feel for it because I'm not really doing well. Frank Thomas is up to bat. Swings at the inside slider. I don't think I've seen Frank Thomas all year.
Ball.
1-2 count on Frank Thomas. High fastball backs him off the plate. We're at 17 pitches with Santana. I do not like that. And that slider stayed in the middle of the zone. That was a bang pitch. And that circle change is gross. But he gets him a swing and he misses. Unfortunately, the runners were moving on the pitch and they advance. Now runners are on 2nd and 3rd. 1-2 count on Jazz. Fastball low and outside. That doesn't go outside but stays in the middle of the plate. Yeah. We get him inside on the sinker. But you basically got to be perfect now. If you mess up just a little bit, man, that ball just hangs in the middle of the plate. And Marte grounds it up to the shortstop, Corey Seager, for the first out of the inning. This ballpark's stupid. Santander lines one in the left field. Will it get down? It does. Santander with a single. Because that is how you say that word. Single. Frankie flips it in the right center field. This going to get down? It does. It's going all the way to that super deep far wall. Runner scoring from first. Francisco Lindor has a stand-up triple because this ballpark is stupid. It's Francisco Lindor's first triple of the year. Tim Raines catches a curveball. Perfect to left field. Corey Seager drops the line drive. And Tim Raines is safe. Ronald Acuna's up the bat. Takes a sinker down low. Tim Raines steals. No contest because the catcher dropped the ball. Runner on second base. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ronald Acuna. And my opponent pauses. And he quits because he knew that this game was going to get out of hand rather quickly. I will take my 40 rating and jump up to 679. I'm sorry that you couldn't beat me to get to the 700 club. Sorry. You'll get back there eventually. You already got the banner. All right, well, let's check out the box score, even though it was 2 innings worth of stuff. His Mookie Betts, 0 for 0 with a walk. His Acuna, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His Cody Bellinger, 1 for 1. His Frank Thomas, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And his Jazz Chisholm Jr., 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Nobody else came up to bat. He was 1 for 4, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. His Mookie and Cody Bellinger stole a base when I struck out Frank Thomas. So, yay, I guess. Technically, Johan had a one hitter, but For my guys, Ronald was 1 for 1. 1 for 1 with an RBI, which was a home run. Ozzie was 0 for 1. Trout was 1 for 1. Bryce was 0 for 1. Ted was 0 for 1. Marte was 0 for 1. Santander was 1 for 1 with a run scored. And Lindor was 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. And Tim Raines was 1 for 1 with an RBI. Frankie had a triple. Ronald had a home run. Ronald, Frankie, and Tim Raines each had RBIs, and Tim Raines stole a base. Tom Glavine pitched an inning and a third, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned for a 20 ERA. And Johan Santana, 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts for a 0.00 ERA. So even though Santana does have triple zeros in his ERA, I really didn't control his pitches well, and this makes me kind of nervous I'm going to use him again at some point, but I got to control his pitches because against a better competitor, he might not last that long. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you click the notification button so you can stay up to date whenever I post. And I'll see you real soon.